Hey, welcome back everybody. Sign here again with another episode of Stoneblock 3, and I upgraded my withers, so we've got 6 running at a time. We're back up to 1200, but I did manage to get the singularities all taken care of. And right now we're actually doing magenta matter singularities, which, because of how slow the neutronium compressors are now, like back in like 1710, these things used to do a full stack at a time instead of one item at a time. But yeah, due to how slow this is going to take a while. I have the magenta matter. I've got 8 million. Basically, I let my game AFK for since last episode I recorded. So I recorded that one early. It's been like 8 or 9 days, something like that. And if I wasn't doing anything else with the computer, I had Stoneblock 3 running in the background. So, yeah. But let's go ahead and look at our singularities. We're actually doing really good. We need more polonium still. See, it was a 1648, I believe, of each singularity. Infused enderpearl is going to be nasty. Magenta matter. Now these, oh, okay, let's try that again. All right, now hit R. I need 2,000 per singularity. That's going to be painful, actually. Because for each singularity, I'm going to need 16,000 of each of these resources. Yeah. But see, yeah, magenta matter is almost done. I've actually gotten basically one of every singularity except for the wall singularity now. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, flux block too. Oh, node overclocker. I completely skipped this. Oh my god, that's gonna suck. 10,000 each. And because of how slow these stupid compressors are, even whenever I get the items, it's gonna hurt. But emerald cluster. Oh yeah, I should go show that off. Oh, sigil holding. Cool. Don't need it. So, let's go to our farm area. And this is how I got the emerald clusters. I mean, pretty basic, right? Oop, fell in a hole. There we go. But I got a couple of watches in here. And it just goes to town. I need to get my emeralds processing now because I let that thing run a little too long. And I've got 1 million extra emerald clusters. That took me, with that thing running at full speed, I think it was a total of 60 spots where the emerald clusters could spawn. 4 sides per block, 15 blocks. I think it was like 40 minutes maybe. And it ended up getting me like 1.3 million, and then it took like 3 million to get, or 300,000 to get the emerald clusters. So, I mean, yeah, now I need to do something with these emerald clusters. These guys can only be taken care of through the create crushing wheel. Speaking of crushing wheels, to fuel everything, that's my sulfur maker, by the way. I don't think I ever showed this off. I might have. Hopper botany pots, pumping into a drawer controller, birch log. Yeah, I think I did show this off. And then it makes sulfur and sends it off. There is a watch flowing time here, but don't really need it. Went ahead and made the immersive engineering crusher for the quest. So the immersive engineering chapter is done. I have no idea what to use with this thing though, or use this thing for. So it's just sitting there lonely and forgotten at this point. But over here, I have got network receiver, interface, keeping gravel in stock, exporting to chutes up here, dropping it into crushing wheels. Each set of 4 crushing wheels is powered by its own motor, which at the current RPMs is exactly perfect for running 4 crushing wheels. Dropping into smart chutes, goes to here. It is getting somewhat sorted with coal going to this interface here, because I needed a ton of coal anyway. And everything else going to energized smelters. Or, well, ultimate smelting factories that are max upgraded. So we're doing really good on a few resources now. Anything that comes from gravel, we're doing good on. Because also over here, we have this setup for gravel, which is just getting me sand, flint, and coal. And then over here, I've got it set up to wash stuff. Why are you on the ground? Oh, well, here. So, same cobble gens here, going to hammers, making gravel, going over here, getting washed. This is how we get things like diamonds and emeralds and stuff like that. Let's see. Don't know. Was there anything else I really set up off camera? I don't think so. Oh, yeah. This right here. I can turn this off now, actually. Industrial hemp farm. With a planter underneath here. I've got an ultimate bin full of hemp seeds. And, yeah, whatever. The cobble got picked up by the system. And then, basically just Harvest Goddess band on a pedestal, automatically harvest. I've got a black hole band here to select everything into the system. And the reason is the Harvest Goddess band does not replant on its own. So if you let it run, it'll basically grow everything extremely fast, harvest it, and then that's it. With hemp, most of the time, it only breaks the top block, which is why these things are a block up. Most of the time. Sometimes it gets a little overzealous and it breaks the whole plant. And that's why that planter's down there for. But, yeah, the lack of replanting is kind of annoying with that. And let's see. Still doing that over there. Power-wise, we are up to 9.2 trillion now. Most of the time, my big fission reactor has been off, actually. Finally full on milk. Ether gas, we're not doing great on. Looks like we're out of wither skeleton skulls again. My mob farm can't quite keep up with, running 6 withers at a time. So 3,000 buckets of fuel, though. Refined fuel. I have no use for it. I just wanted to do it. And yeah, right now we're stocking up on a few things. But like last episode, I was talking about making... Because we need obsidian, right? So I'm going to need... Material Stonework Factory, which I think... Did I teach you how to do this? I did not. I know how to craft everything, though. Okay. So, can I get... let's get 2. Let's learn how to type again, but there we go. Magma Crucible. Let's go ahead and get 2 of these as well. Those are done instantly, which is nice. Nope. Oh, yeah. Keep forgetting I've got my my atomic disassembler now, and it just destroys everything. So, there they go. All right, so we have our stonework factories. We have our magma crucibles. Now here's a question. Blast chillers are not exactly that fast. This is a max speed upgraded one, and that's how fast it is, so... Oh, had a loop B, huh? Obsidian, right? What are some... actually, obsidian I can make in the stonework factories as well, right? No. What the heck just happened there? Stonework generation. Here we go. Oh, this is going to take a bit. I think I might... Well, It's not crashed yet, but REI is just not capable of dealing with this, honestly. That recipe took probably another minute after I cut. All right, so needs water and lava. So I should probably actually make 2 more stonework factories then. And let's see. Now, what are you? Chisel station, huh? Chiseling bits? Okay. Not my concern. Now I have to think about where to set this up at as well. All right. Actually, while we're waiting, go ahead and grab one of you. Did not teach any of the transporters, really? All right. No, not you. You. Don't think I'm going to need the world transporters, but I might as well go ahead and do that. World transporters are just extremely fast droppers, so. Okay, cool, you're done. Let's go here. Yeah, there's room in this one. All right. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of those going. Probably an aqueous. Well, no, it doesn't use water to run. Well, netherrack. Does netherrack use water to run? It does. Okay. So yeah, I need an aqueous then. And 186 of these things. I don't think I've ever had to make a single resonant integral components. All right, there's that. We got a way to move fluid. Got a way to move items. Got our crucibles for making lava. 2 of these are for making netherrack. 2 of these are for making obsidian. Actually, let's go ahead and get ourselves some fluid retrievals and some priorities. I never did teach you how to make priorities, huh? All right, and grab some low priorities too. So kind of a waste to get the highest ones, so that's why I went ahead and did this. Really, what is the holdup on that? Oh, making paper. Gotcha. Because I'm using the create mechanical press to make paper with. There's 3. Yeah, 4 should be fine. I think I only need 2 anyway, so not a huge issue at that point. Don't think that I have enough room in there. I'm not sure how much room this is going to take, actually, but enough that... Should I just set this up over here? Yeah, because I've already got refined storage cabling over here. Although that's probably not going to be an issue, because this is going to be a self-contained system. All right, so let's start here, and we will... Yeah, I just need a couple pieces of cobblestone, so... I'm pretty sure you can melt down regular stone in a magma crucible. Not exactly 100%. Yeah, you can. Okay. Oh, I need to upgrade my crucibles too. All right, now we should be okay. So let's go ahead and let's just do this mirrored, right? Do like that. right, cool. And then I can give you that and that. I went ahead and grabbed netherrack since I was getting everything else. Now we're going to have you guys go like that. We'll set your top to input. And I do have some fluid pipes on me, but they're pretty easy to make. So, not too terribly concerned about this. The feral flare. Yeah. Invisible light blocks. There you go. There you go. And I need my Evertide. Aqueous. I can't just right-click you on there, huh? Oh, it's already got one in. Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, it must be one of the ones I've used before, then. Well, in that case, you can go away. And, yeah, definitely going to need more fluid pipes. So I can just do that. There we go. You get this, that, and that. You actually don't need fluid. You need regular pipes. Good news is I do have a terminal right there. Or a grid, I guess. So you're going to extract from magma crucibles into here. You are going to be outputting items here in a moment. So let me go ahead and grab some more pipes, because probably going to need it. Oh, making cakes. Okay. And grab some of you. Actually, you know what? No, I can't. I wanted to use the transporters for this, but considering I need to have like priorities and everything set up, then it's probably not going to work like I wanted to. You go here. You are going to get high priority modules. And you get high priority modules. We are going to then put... Let's bring you... Because I need to have these one block further away, just to make sure that the priority doesn't mess things up. Yeah, right here should work. And... Stop. What are you doing? That was odd. Don't do that. Netherrack. Netherrack. Obsidian. And obsidian. Okay. Fluid pipes. I need my wrench out now. I need my channel lock pliers out. But, you know. Here we go. Disconnect you. Just for kicks, we are going to throw low priorities here just to make sure. Now we're going to need to power you guys up somehow, right? Let's go ahead and put you here. And then we can actually use these transporters here and here. Okay, fluid pipe. Because the netherrack machines are going to require water. And you've got 2 buckets of water. You've got 2 buckets of water. Good. Means I don't have to fill those things up now. All right. And you're all set, so you just need power now. Which is going to be a little bit awkward because of the amount of sides, the blocks that are available and all that fun stuff. What I could do, I guess, actually, to make this a little bit easier on myself, I can do this with that. And we'll bring it up on the sides instead. Trying not to destroy the entire world with this thing, and sometimes it's a little fun. But, yeah, we make do, right? Main power. And probably going to need my ultimates. Well, it's either ultimate or basic at this point, and okay. Slight problem. I'm stuck back here now. There we go. You're making obsidian. You're sending it away. Oh, I see what. There we go. I was accidentally making nether bricks out of these. Don't do that. I really don't need nether bricks, so cease and desist. Okay, so because of the nether brick issue, this side is kind of fine, but there. I didn't set these up correctly, so you need to pull from the stonework factory. This side completely just burned up all of his netherrack because it started first. Why are you not supplying water? No, you are. Okay. You're just slow compared to the lava production. Huh. Give. Is it you? No, it's the extract speed. Okay. Alright, so building up stockpile of netherrack. Awesome. These will occasionally get the little bits of extra. We need inventory generator to be on push. There we go. All right, now, what are some ways I can make this faster? These here need to be the pretty fluid pipe because I need the priorities. This one could be like logistical, transporter or whatnot. I could replace the water pipe with mechanical pipes because those will be faster. But it doesn't really seem to be doing that bad. Now with that speed upgrade in there, seems to be doing quite better. And once these two slots here fill up, then it'll be less of an issue with the water. It's just a temporary, thing that's happening right now. So yeah, you need, what, 7 more? You're done. So it's only going to make it now as it actually needs it to keep this topped off. Which means we should start seeing, you know, a good amount more lava coming in. And it's faster, I want to say, than the Magma Crucible Blast Chiller over there. You know, this whole setup. Still not insanely fast, though, is the issue. Oh, also, I got bored while I was waiting for Singularities, and I made a full set of gem armor. Because it was a quest. And it's not like I'm really missing out on, you know, Klein stars, so. We are at 17 Obsidian right now. We're also at 192,000 flux dust. Out of, I think, Supreme holds just like an unlimited amount, doesn't it? It holds, yeah, like 2 billion. Thing is, I don't know, I haven't sat down and did the math yet on the flux block singularity. This guy, 9,000 each. Okay, we're going to need a lot more than what I've got already. Flux dust, I need 5 per block, plus 4 more, and 4 obsidian per block. And I need 9,000 blocks per singularity. So 9012. We have enough flux dust saved up currently for two singularities. Ender pearls are going to be problematic too, I think. No, actually, no. Ender pearls are stupidly. Yeah, I've got a lot of ender pearls. 197,000. So yeah, we're doing decent there for now. It's obsidian is the issue at this point. I really should have started a better obsidian production earlier on. I wasn't really paying attention, though, to the fact that I was going to need, you know, 36,000 obsidian per singularity. Now, oh god, what is that number going to be? What is the magic number I'm looking for at this point? All right, so we need, it was 9012 times 4, 36,048 per singularity, times 1648. 59,400,000 obsidian. So, yeah. All right, now the entire time this has been going on, we've gotten like 15 singularities. So, this is slow, and this is a lower number. The palette and brush one, I want to slap whoever decided to make that a singularity. Honestly, that was uncalled for. There was no reason to do that to somebody. The palette and brush one, right? 3,333 of these things. Each one of these requires blue dye, green dye, red dye. So lapis, cactus, beetroot. Plus some sort of wool. Didn't really matter what kind. Wool really wasn't the issue there, actually, because my string production is just off the charts right now. 1 stick, and then we need these support platforms. These things are just stone, right? Well, stone and a tiny bit of redstone. A tiny pile of redstone makes 3. So it's not a huge issue making those. But add that to the fact that they don't stack, and all of a sudden it becomes just a severe headache. Just thank God we're done with the nether stars now too. I can actually probably slow down the withers. I could probably actually stop them at this point. Give me a lever, would you? I'm gonna go turn off my withers. Let's see, and then up this way. Ow. Ow. Jerk. Only work without redstone signal. One more and done. All right, cool. Yeah, I've got, well, 7 of these, but I've never really ever seen 6 bars. I think the screen only lets, 6 show up at a time. But honestly, it was getting kind of annoying. We're not even making ether gas right now because somehow you moved. I mean, I don't really need that much ether gas, but it's kind of annoying whenever somehow he shifted from here up and over and away from the fluid laser, and I have no idea how because he was in stasis the whole time. But at the same time, I was able to kill it, which that's the first time I've ever done damage to a wither in a stasis field. So, not sure if that's normal or not. Budding redstone. Cool. Yep, now we're getting ether gas. All right, well, that's taken care of. What number did I set the Enderium at now? I have it in... Okay, I got 200 for that one. 100,000 for that. Is it really just 200? I thought I set it to like 1,000 or something like that somewhere else. If that's the case, why are you still running it? 6,500. Why are you still... Are you still auto-crafting? Oh, yeah, you are. Enderium blocks. That's why. Okay. I was wondering. Also, watch the flowing time is a... it's a pretty big help whenever it comes to, the stuff cooking up, except for the fact that the machines cannot accept power as quick as they can send it out whenever they're actually doing that, so bit of an issue. Why am I hearing you now? It was really quiet until a second ago. Right. How is my resources doing? Pretty good except for zinc, for some reason, is backing up. But I've got iron, copper, uranium, and gold over here. Copper, uranium is going into here. Yeah, this is a mechanism setup I did off camera as well, because I had it was like 90,000 raw iron or something in my system, which is going in here now. 3 raw iron become 8 of the... Here's just look it up this way. Right. So raw iron. And I'm not doing the chemical dissolution. I'm doing... Not the purification. Chemical injection. Here we go. So 3 raw iron become 8 iron shards, which we can then purify 1 to 1 from shard to clump. Crush the clump into dirty dust. Enrich the dirty dust into regular dust, and then we just smelt that. So we have our injecting factory, purification, crushing, enriching. And this bottom row is being put into this drawer and sent up to this smelter here. It's kind of ugly, but it works. This line, same thing's happening. This is automatically pushing to this smelter here. And then from there, it's being imported into the system. So for every 3 raw ore, we're getting 8 ingots out of it, which is honestly pretty good. Iron-wise, we are sitting at 1.1 million now, which most of the playthrough we've been sitting at like 60 to 70,000, so it definitely makes a difference. The reason I'm not running zinc through here is zinc does not get processed for this method. It doesn't, yeah, it just doesn't work. You are back stuff, so that means my reactor is probably not running currently. Oh yeah. Now comes the part where I might die. You know, actually, should I just get a mechanism hazard suit? Just in case. Because I have gotten radiation poisoning once so far, because it'll be easier to show while we're over here. Well, the air is not green and sparkly. Yep, it worked. All right, cool. So what happened the previous time is I had this thing set to excess waste, output a redstone signal. At which point it was supposed to turn this thing off. The thing is, as soon as 1 millibucket of waste would leave, it would turn the reactor back on, and then it would dump excess radiation here because it only had a room for 1 millibucket of waste, and because this thing is set to burn rate of 50, not currently, but usually, yeah, rate limit 50 right now. Because it's set to 50, it would dump 49 millibuckets of radioactive waste into the air. So, yeah, I died once to that. That's because once you get radiation poisoning from mechanism, that's pretty much just game over at that point. So I changed this out to redstone signal going into a block breaker that operates off of a redstone pulse. And then I had a redstone torch sitting on top of this. So first time that happened and it got full, it just took care of the redstone signal 100%. It's a very primitive, just toggle, what it is. Yeah, we're doing okay-ish on the stuff. But I'm glad to see that that worked. I mean, it's a fail-safe is what it is. You know, in case of emergency, break block. Let's go here. I'm not going to set it back up because we're pretty much... We don't have enough room for the radioactive waste that's going to pop out, so... I really need to do something about that bag of mine. Oh, well. All right, so how's our obsidian doing now? Are we showing a net gain yet? 61. Okay, cool. So we're still making the flux dust, but now we actually have a net gain on obsidian finally. I'm okay with that. I can work with that. I still have this running. I still have that little thing over there running. We still have our original obsidian maker back over by the storage area running as well. Which I could have just set up like 500 of those things, just called it good, but I'm trying to find a little bit more of an elegant solution to it. I mean, I could always just say screw it and just EMC everything, but Obsidian's pretty cheap EMC-wise. Trying to avoid that, though. I did use the red matter that I've been getting from, you know, trash canning stuff, but that's about it. And that did not even... It barely helped, I guess we can say, with the magenta matter, but honestly, you just need a stupid amount of coal. Oh, and by the way, watch of flowing time does work on the assemblers. Which is currently not running. Which means we have 100,000 Eternalists sitting in the system now. Which is not something that I need. I should probably turn that watch off. I don't think I need large amounts of any of the fuels anymore. We are, I think, good here. I'm going to have to automate this here soon, but we can use mechanical crafters for that. Need 61 crafters for this, though. Yeah. We can also automate this guy using mechanical crafters as well. So there's 32 of those. That's a stack and a half of crafters so far. And then we can automate the ingots with mechanical crafters. Now, the only thing that we can do after that is just the block, right? Which the block has absolutely no uses except for storing infinite ingots. And yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So I need, what was it, 61, 31, 45, right? 2¼ stacks roughly, 2⅓ stacks of mechanical crafters. And then I have to automate all that. I'm not really looking forward to that one, that's for sure. But I am going to go ahead and call this an episode. So basically, oh, wait. I've got a bunch of quest rewards here. Got an elytra, okay. Got some bread. Another sigil of holding. Come on, toasts. Clear out. Thank you. Dark Power Flower, Mark II. Honey cake. 16 of them. Produces 306 EMC a second. All right, so we've got more EMC coming in now. Yeah, let's just put this stuff away. I was going to work on automating the Farmer's Delight stuff. There's actually, I think it's Create, Slice, and Dice. There's an add-on for Create to automate Farmer's Delight recipes. It's in FTB Skies, which I've recently started playing. Oh yeah, Crusher, Hopper Botany Pot, Ars Nouveau. I got the scribe table done, made my first glyph, and then put everything away. Another Hopper Botany Pot. Made some Tesseracts, which are, it's just Enderium ingots plus a Void block, which is Sky blocks around Chorus Fruit, which is stone around Amethyst. They're pretty basic, right? Tape measure. Ooh, yay. Then we got Project E. I did a lot of Project E stuff. So, made some red matter tools. Furnace wrapping papers, okay. And then I made the upgraded tools. I made a Morning Star, which is a shovel, a pick, and a hammer, and then more red matter. Another watch of flowing time, okay. I made dark matter armor, which is, you know, more silverfish hearts, which we're good on, so wasn't too concerned about it. Then you can upgrade dark armor into red matter armor, tier 3 crafter, and then you can upgrade the red armor into gem armor, which each one requires a Clang Star Omega on top of like Evertide and Soulstone for the helmet, and just miscellaneous things from, oh, I got another compact chance cube. Miscellaneous things from Project E. So copy paste gadget, chocolate cake, ultimate pipe upgrade. Wow. So these links here are just so you can basically at a certain point access EMC from the refined storage system. However, since in this pack I'm not using that, I don't really care. They do get kind of expensive because the compressed refined link here, it takes 6 refined EMC links. 1 input slot and 9 output slots. It is automated item storage system for mods like refined storage or AE2. Now each one of these requires 9 personal EMC links. And then each one of these requires 4 energy EMC links, which we've made before. These ones are pretty basic. And an energy condenser Mark II, which requires a good amount of red matter. We need 4 for this, 5, 6 red matter per, on top of everything else. So that was, I had time to kill. So that's the only reason I did that. Antimatter relays, which honestly I had to make before for our first power flower. So I just made some more. It was just Obsidian, Eternalis, and some glass. I mean, Not a huge deal there. Energy collector, same thing. Had to make this for a power flower. Not a huge deal. And then our energy condenser Mark II is just an upgrade of the energy condenser. And that's every quest. Okay. And magnetism sigil. Okay. There's our elytra. More bread. Woohoo. I taught a bunch of recipes for the different foods for our ultimate stew. However, some of them, like pasta with meatballs, this needs to be done in a cooking pot, which is why I've got stoves. And turns out cooking pots don't stack, by the way. I guess they actually retain inventory when you pick them up. I had no idea. 257 hours. All right. And that's not including all the time that I've already burnt, so. But thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until the next one, Signing out. Have fun.